April 13 Saxintiuto, Ganryujima Island. Hundreds of samurai hold their breath. Waiting on the shore is Kojiro Sasaki, a living legend, a tactical genius of the sword, whose blade is longer and deadlier than any standard weapon. He has been waiting for his opponent for 3 hours. Suddenly, a small boat touches the shore. Out steps a man who looks like a vagrant. 3 hours late, unwashed, wearing a dirty kimono. Instead of a steel sword, he holds a chunk of a wooden oar that he lazily carved with a knife during the boat ride. Sasaki is furious. He draws his famous long sword and throws the scabbard into the water. The late samurai smiles and says just one phrase. "If you have thrown away your scabbard, Kojiro, you are already dead." Seconds later, Sasaki lunges into the attack. His blade slices the headband right off his opponent's forehead. But at that exact millisecond, the heavy wooden oar comes down with a sickening crack onto Sasaki's skull. The greatest master falls dead. The late samurai silently gets back into his boat and rows away. His name is Miyamoto Musashi. Over his lifetime, he will fight 61 duels to the death, and he will never lose a single one. Why did he win even before his weapon touched his enemy? Because his primary tactic wasn't the sword. His ultimate weapon was his mind. Let's be honest. Your life right now is also a battlefield, except the swords have become invisible. Instead of rival clans, you are fighting deadlines. Burnout, anxiety, fierce competition, and tons of mental garbage. You wake up exhausted, scroll your feed, try to focus, but constantly lose the battle for your own attention. Your true potential is slowly dying under a blanket of comfort and cheap dopamine. What if we rebuild your life? What if you lived the next year as if you were the reincarnation of Musashi? In this video, we are going to break down the Book of 5 Rings, so you can turn the chaos around you into your own personal empire, build an unbreakable focus, and become invincible in your field. Do you know what the ultimate tragedy of modern man is? We are dying from 1,000 microcuts. Nobody challenges us to a duel on a deserted island anymore. They kill us quietly. A notification from an app, a new viral video, gossip in a group chat, the urge to stay in bed for just 5 more minutes. We have become mental ronin, samurai without a master and without a purpose, drifting from one shiny screen to another. Musashi lived during the Sengoku period, the age of warring states. It was a time when a mistake cost you your head, literally, if you hesitated. For a fraction of a second before a strike, your blood was already on the grass. Musashi didn't have the luxury of saying, "I'm just not in the mood today," or "I'm burned out." Physical survival was on the line every single second. Today, physical death rarely threatens us, but in its place came mental death. It's when you look in the mirror and realize your dreams stayed somewhere in the past, your skills aren't growing, and your biggest triumph of the week is that you binged an entire season of a show. This is the trap of the satiated samurai. We are too comfortable to fight, but too sick of our own weakness. The core problem is total, utter misfocus. We are constantly preparing to live. You buy courses you will never open. You plan to start running next Monday. You download productivity apps, spending 3 hours tweaking the interface instead of actually doing the work. You create the illusion of progress. Musashi despised unnecessary movements. He wrote, "The sole purpose of any movement is to crush the enemy. If your swing is beautiful but ineffective, you are a fool." Now look at your day. How many of your actions actually move you forward? And how many are just beautiful swings? Endless meetings, checking emails every 5 minutes, overthinking what your coworkers think of you. You waste a colossal amount of energy on mental noise while remaining in the exact same spot. We are stuck in the trap of fake busyness. You are either the warrior or the trophy. There is no middle ground. When people hear the name Miyamoto Musashi, they imagine a ruthless killing machine. But that is a massive misunderstanding. Musashi was a philosopher, an architect, a calligrapher, and a brilliant painter. He studied the world in all its diversity. And the first thing he did was break the system. He shattered the centuries-old dogmas of martial arts. In Japan, it was customary to fight holding the katana with both hands. Musashi looked at this and said, "If you carry 2 swords, a long one and a short one, why do you only use one? That is like going into battle with one hand tied behind your back." Thus, his famous 2 swords school was born. Let's translate this into your life. Fighting with only one katana today is mental suicide. It means relying on a single source of income and having only one professional skill. Your katana is your core hard skill, how you make money right now. But you must always have a wakizashi tucked into your belt, your short, maneuverable blade. These are your soft skills, your adaptability, your understanding of AI tools, negotiation skills, or your personal brand. If your main katana gets stuck in the armor of unforeseen circumstances, you must instantly draw your second blade and finish the fight. Musashi possessed an absolute icy pragmatism. He wrote that commercial schools were selling strategy like trinkets at a bazaar. In his world, there was only one measure of truth, the result. Does it work or not? And here we arrive at the most brutal rule of his code. Respect the gods, but do not rely on them. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for the perfect Monday, for an understanding boss, or for a sign from the universe. Most people sit on the sidelines of life waiting for a mentor or a magic pill. Musashi didn't wait for teachers. After age 13, he went out into the wild and learned from the trees, the wind, and his own scars. Your discipline is entirely your responsibility. No one is coming to save you. We live in an era of hyper-glamorized success. Social media sells us a curated image of easy money and permanent smiles. Musashi's philosophy smashes this fragile glass castle to pieces. The warrior's path is a path of colossal sacrifice. Musashi was not a happy family man. He never had a permanent home. He drifted across Japan. He never had a family because emotional attachment made him vulnerable. He often slept under the open sky by a campfire, guarding every rustle in the dark. His entire life was subordinated to one single goal: absolute perfection in his art. A massive goal will always demand heavy trade-offs. You cannot build an extraordinary career while remaining the convenient guy who pleases everyone. You will have to sacrifice empty Friday nights and the comfort of sleeping in. 1 week before his death, Musashi wrote the Dokkodo, the path to be walked alone. Let's highlight 4 core rules that you drastically need today. First, do not regret what you have done. The past is dead. Extract the lesson and bury the memory. Second, do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Pleasure must be the byproduct of victory, not the destination. Third, never be jealous of others, good or bad. Envy is an explicit admission of your own defeat. Fourth, be detached from desire your whole life long. Everything around you is temporary. Your ultimate asset is yourself. How do you keep from losing your mind? Musashi found his balance in art. When his mind boiled from constant tension, he took a brush and painted with ink. You need an escape valve too. Relentless high performance must be balanced with moments of deep silence and creativity, where there is zero competition. This is your personal cave, where you resharpen your mind. Let's draw the line. Living your life like Miyamoto Musashi isn't about weapons or armor. It is about the internal hygiene of your mind. It is about the ability to look your laziness and chaos dead in the eye and say, "Today, I will dominate." Every single day of your life is a duel. Every morning, when you choose between staying in bed or getting up to execute your tasks. That is your duel on Ganryujima Island. Every time you close a distracting app to lock in on your deep work, you are bringing a heavy wooden oar down on the head of your greatest enemy. Winning at life doesn't happen all at once. It is built from small daily victories over yourself. Now let's get practical. Stop being just a spectator. Musashi wrote, "It is not enough to just know the strategy. You must make it a part of your body." In the pinned comment below this video, I have left the full text of the 21 rules of the Dokkodo manifesto. Right now, scroll down there. Read through them and write in the comments. Which one specific rule are you taking action on for the next 30 days? Which weakness do you vow to destroy? Write it publicly. Let's see how many people who watch to the end are actual warriors, ready to shift their lives. If this video forced you to rethink your approach to discipline, hit the like button. That is your signature on a mental contract with yourself. Subscribe to the channel if you are ready for a long, calculated siege on your goals. We dissect the brutal, timeless strategies of history's greatest minds here. And to make sure your fire doesn't burn out right now, 2 videos have appeared on your screen. Click on either of them right now and keep sharpening your mind. Your duel begins today. Step onto the battlefield and win.